I don't know.
Yep, here we go. And minimal. Okay.
Mm.
Letting in.
Mm.
Hello, hello. Entrez-vous, entrez-vous.
Mm.
Letting folks in. Hello, hello.
Oh, I see some beautiful faces I recognize, and some I don't. Hello, everybody.
Nice.
Wow. Mm. Mm. Mm.
Just gonna give a couple more moments. More
Mhm.
people popping in here. Nice.
Mm.
So,
Ooh. All these beautiful souls
I
popping
know. As
here.
you're popping in, just type in where you're in the chat where you're coming in from today.
Mm.
We love to see that. Just type in the chat where you are calling in from today.
Scotland, Utah, Canada.
Oh, New
Woo!
Zealand. We have New Zealand here. And Oregon, Scotland, Oakland, California. Hey, Aaron, Ontario, Toronto, St.
Mm.
Louis. So, hey. All right, ladies. Well, and gentlemen, if there's any gentlemen on here, I can't see everybody. I will continue to let people in, but welcome to our frequency playground. Wow, this is so exciting. You know, this is our, I don't know, fifth, maybe one that we've done. And every week they're just so rich with um, beautiful transmissions, information, and they're fun. They're really fun. And I mean, it's called a playground for a reason, right? So that we can really jump into how many ways and how much expansion we can have in the field of frequency. And so I'm super excited today, especially last week. If you're new to Healy or you're not in Healy yet, our Healy Mexico opened up. So we thought this was a beautiful, perfect adjunct to that coming in and opening up to do our cacao. We knew we were going to have a cacao one coming up, but we thought, well, let's move it up this week so that we could, just really honor that Mexico opening. So I don't want to spend a lot of time talking today about all logistical things, only to say that every single Tuesday we have Frequency Playground. They're all each episode or transmission really is about all the different ways that we can use Healy and the Mag Healy frequency and diving into like full expansion with this magical device that we have, as well as how we just do our lives. And so it is meant to be fun. You can invite anyone that you want to invite. There's always replays for every single thing that we do. So that's all that I want to say today, because I know Judy has a full packed, beautiful Zoom today for all of you guys. So I don't want to take up too much time. But I do want to introduce Judy. And so Judy is, wow. Okay. I want to just say a couple things. First of all, we held this really fantastic ritual retreat in December. And we had, I don't even know, 20 little rituals or something. We went overnight. It was a slumber party. It was a Zoom slumber party. It went late into the night, all day the next day. I mean, it was fire. And Judy like she saw who was on our roster and she just texted us and said, I don't see you having anything on cacao. Can I join? And I remember Fernanda just coming to me and it's like, hey, this beautiful woman, she wants to do cacao. I'm like, of course, yeah. Why didn't we think of cacao? That's amazing. So Judy hopped on, and interestingly enough, as she was talking, I literally was having transmissions and cacao. Like I took my sip of cacao and I had like a heart hit to just, I didn't even know like if she had the Healy or not. Like, and I just started texting her. I'm like, if you don't have the Healy, you need to be on my team. I was just so enamored with Judy immediately. I was just like, this woman and her energy, like we just fit. And I was so excited to get on a call with her. Like I was like, I will talk to you like immediately in the morning. When can you talk to me? And I was so happy that she joined my team. Right then and there, basically, we just kind of like, yep, let's do this. And so I just couldn't be more happy to have this beautiful soul that I get to work with, and her energy, you'll see. But Judy has been working with cacao, I know, for the past 4 years, and she runs trainings and she teaches people ceremonial work with cacao and how to do it. I know she's worked herself with a couple of shamans from Peru, and I know one of them is here today, so she's going to introduce her, I believe. And just her her energy. So if you have any interest in cacao, Judy's your girl. Like she's your person to go to. And I love knowing that. Like I have people all the time asking me, and I've run cacao rituals and things, but I love having a person that I can go, oh, okay, cool, go to Judy. Like you want to learn cacao? Go to Judy. Like I love knowing people's zone of genius so that I can celebrate them, and also, we get to share in each other's we get to help each other shine and get to really share in each other's glory. And that's what I love about doing this. And also, um, just Judy, I'm done talking. I'm gonna just hand this over to
Oh
you,
my
my
goodness.
dear, and you are good to go. I'm gonna mute myself. And
Mm.
Judy, here we go.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Annie, so much from the bottom of my heart for introducing me to this incredible community, for you being such a beautiful close friend now and sister. Thank you so much, and so many others in this beautiful community. And I know, Annie, how you have also a beloved relationship with cacao, and I see that, and I love that. I acknowledge that. I honor that. Thank you. Thank you. Mm. And yes, I would like to say hello to Leticia's who's here. Maybe she can wave. This is
Hi.
Shaman. Shaman Shonan Soy. She was the first shaman I worked with. So beautiful 4 years ago. I am so grateful to be here. We hope we have held space in so many ceremonies together, and I'm so, so grateful that we're here together on this beautiful journey, Leticia.
Thank
Wow.
you for introducing me on this community. It was a pleasure.
Oh, it is such a pleasure. It is such a pleasure. It is. Wow. And of course, hello to all of you, my beautiful sisters. And if there's any brothers, anyone on this beautiful call and this beautiful Zoom together, it is honestly an honor. It is an honor and a privilege to share and to tell the story of this cosmic spirit, cacao, with all of you tonight. Again, I want to welcome you to this community. I am so over the moon excited to have attracted this beautiful community in my life. I'm going to speak a little bit more about that, and just the alignment, the energy, the frequency of these magical people, everyone being so soul aligned. And I'm just so grateful. So welcome. You're going to feel the energy too if you don't already. And also in the chat, stay connected. Share with us what's happening in your heart on the chat as well. So today I'm going to be sharing a few beautiful things that I'm going to be reading and sharing a ritual with a beautiful sheet. And some of you are going to be like, oh my God, I want that. Where can I get that? And I'm going to send all of it to you with the recording. We're going to make sure that goes out with the recording. So don't worry, everything that you're going to experience here, not just the recording, but some of the little things we're going to be sharing, which you're going to fall madly in love with, we're also going to include as attachments to the recording. And so, my loves, do you have cacao with you? Show me your beautiful cacao. And if you don't have cacao, please don't worry. If you have maybe tea or water, that's beautiful. And if you don't have anything, that's okay as well. We're going to be intending with this beautiful plant medicine that she is going to be working with every single one of us, live on the call and on the recording, anyone watching the recording as well. So in a minute, we're going to be drinking our cacao together. I'm just going to put it down for a quick moment because I want to share with you very quickly something I absolutely love to do before any conversation about cacao, any ceremony, and that is sharing just a tiny bit of who she is, her magnificent essence and frequency, so that when we drink together in a few moments, we're all going to be in this whole other frequency of truly, truly understanding what we have here in this beautiful vessel, in this beautiful chalice. And so there are some cosmic spirits that have decided to come to Earth and to manifest themselves on some of our plants here on Earth. And we call those plants master plant medicines or master teacher plants. And so you might be asking, well, why would a cosmic spirit manifest itself in a plant when we can just speak to this cosmic spirit? And that's such a beautiful question, because of course we can speak to this cosmic spirit without having to drink the plant. However, in this beautiful Earth School, we have all agreed to come to Earth School. We've agreed to temporarily forget who we are so that we can experience the joy of remembering. And we do that through a journey called evolution. EVOL is how we spell evolution. Love spelt backwards, EVOL. So we do that through a journey of evolution, which is experiencing the duality that we experience here on Earth, right? How can we see the stars if there isn't darkness? And so these beautiful cosmic spirits have decided to manifest themselves. Some of these cosmic spirits manifest themselves on some of our plants so that we, in our limited body form, I'm going to show you my arm. We've got this meat suit, right? This meat suit that's sort of what, we want to come to Earth School. We all have a meat suit. And in this limited form, we need to eat and drink to technically stay alive, right, on Earth. And so when we drink these plant medicines, they immediately go into our blood and we can be taken on this beautiful journey in consciousness, this journey in awareness. And so this is why these cosmic spirits some of them have manifested onto our plants so that we can experience this journey right away in awareness with them. Now, can we still speak to them without drinking? Of course, especially as we go through this journey more and more with them. Everything is evolution, right? Everything is understanding things deeper and deeper and deeper. The more we connect, the more we connect, the more we connect, and the less we need to drink, we can actually be with the plant all the time. And so that's for another conversation, but it's just such a beautiful way of helping everyone to just connect to this energy and frequency of the cacao before we drink her. And so let us prepare to drink this sacred elixir now. If you can bring her into your beautiful hands, I love to hold my cup with two hands, just like this, because hold it like this cup is a precious chalice. Because guess what? You are the chalice. You are the vessel. The cacao is a reflection of you, a precious chalice, the Holy Grail. And now let's close our eyes and bring our attention to our hearts for a quick moment. Feel the love in your heart right now. Feel your heart opening up and your chest expanding, your shoulders moving back. Feel that beautiful heart of yours opening. And as we look into your cup now, look at the surface of the cacao and notice how many layers there are in the surface of your cacao. Can you see what looks like a layer of water? And below that, it looks like a layer of soil or the earth. And then within that, you might see bubbles, which you can then see more water and then more soil. That's 4 layers already, 4 levels of awareness and consciousness that she's going to continue beyond, even beyond that, to take us into this beautiful journey. And so, my loves, let us acknowledge Mother Earth, Pachamama, who loves us so unconditionally. We wish to take better care of you, Pachamama, and to be more present to you. Thank you for your love and for your part in bringing this sacred cacao spirit and drink to us. And Mama Cacao, beautiful, glorious spirit, thank you for calling on us, each and every one of us, to be here together today, whether it's live or on this recording. Thank you for seeing our readiness to change. Thank you for opening up our hearts and bringing into our awareness all of the stories and the paradigms and beliefs that once served us, but they no longer serve us. Bring us into your expanded awareness. And into the place where we can see beyond those stories, what's on the other side of our stories that are limiting us. We invite you into this space tonight. And in a minute, my beloveds, I'm going to ask you also to speak directly to Mama Cacao. We're going to be silent in a moment, and you're going to ask Mama Cacao something, or ask her or be grateful for something. And I want to invite you to address her first. Maybe you can call her by Mama Cacao or Cacao Spirit or Loving Cacao. I would like to ask this. Let's do that right now in silence for just a quick moment. Yes. Let us acknowledge that you have just communicated directly with this glorious spirit. This is how easy it is. The moment we speak to these medicines, everything changes. This is what I call the magic carpet ride. They are waiting for us to connect to them. We have free will. And so they will support us when we ask. Ask and you shall receive. How beautiful that you can connect with her in this way. Speak to her every single day. And now let's also invite the loving energy of money, whom we will be speaking about today, this misunderstood frequency of love, who wants nothing more than for us to love her back, to stop being afraid of her, and instead to love her and to align with her frequency, which is a frequency of love. And my loves, before we drink, we're going to do one more thing. We're going to read a beautiful prayer of abundance. Now, this prayer, by the way, my loves, was just shared to us only yesterday by this gorgeous group that I cannot speak enough about, always sharing and supporting one another. And I'm going to read this beautiful prayer of abundance for all of us. Maybe have your hand on your heart or your hands on your cacao as you listen to this beautiful prayer. Divine Beloved, allow me to give with complete ease and abundance, knowing that you are the unlimited source of all. Let me be an easy, open conduit for your prosperity. Let me trust that my own needs are always met in amazing ways and that it is safe to give freely as my heart guides. And equally, let me feel wildly open to receiving. May I know my own value, beauty, and worthiness without question. Let me allow others the supreme pleasure of giving to me. May I feel worthy to receive in every possible way. Change me into one who can fully love, forgive, and accept myself, so I may carry your light without restriction. Let everything that needs to go, go. Let everything that needs to come, come. I am utterly your own. You are me, and I am you. We are one. All is well. Tasha Silver. Oh, that was so beautiful. And now, my loves, let us drink in silence for a few moments. We're going to play a tiny bit of music in the background, ever so gently. And we're going to be in silence. Why? Because there is more to be heard in silence than there is with words. We're falling in love with the pause and the silence, the quantum, which is the place where there is no thing and all things. And so, my loves, namaste, sat nam. Let us drink for a few moments in silence now. Mm. 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 If you're still drinking, please continue. Please continue. I'm just going to continue sharing with you. There's no rush. Continue to drink nice and slowly while I continue this beautiful journey with you. 4 years ago, my brother-in-law went to Peru to be with the Shipibo Canibo tribe for 14 days for an ayahuasca plant medicine journey. And he came back and he told me that there were cacao trees all over the land and that the beautiful Shipibo Canibo tribe, beautiful members of that tribe who were there with him, were telling him all about cacao as well. But it is also a master plant medicine. And that started my journey with this beloved cacao. I could not understand how the main ingredient to make chocolate was a beloved master plant medicine, a sacred medicine to open up our hearts. At the time, I felt like I couldn't understand. And yet, deep in my bones, there was something that was awakening within me, of remembering of this sacred drink. And I wonder if you're experiencing that as well. I wonder if you're also experiencing this deep in your bones, remembering of this magnificent spirit and medicine. And I would love to hear if you are in the chat. Please, please share with us. I was hearing right away as I was drinking the cacao every day, I was hearing her say to me, "Talk to me, Judy. Talk to me. Tell me what you want. Tell me what's on your heart. Tell me what you're afraid of. Tell me everything. Talk to me, Judy." And then I was hearing in my other ear, I was hearing, "Judy, drink me every day until you don't need to drink me every day anymore." Thankfully, there are many of our ancient sacred indigenous rituals and practices that are coming to the surface for all of us to acknowledge, all of us respect, and all of us to explore so that we too can experience the joys of these heart-opening medicines. And our beautiful indigenous families, they have been connecting to these plant medicines for thousands of years. And they're sharing this sacred connection with all of us. Cacao is here to open up our hearts, to access our beautiful heart chakra, open up this energy center like a beautiful peony flower, and then sprinkle into our awareness some of the stories and conditions and beliefs that are holding us back. They once served us, but they're holding us back from that next level of remembering of who we are. Think for a minute, wouldn't it be beautiful if you're not so familiar with cacao? Wouldn't it be beautiful to have a tool, a medicine, who can help us on this journey of opening up our hearts and letting go of these stories that many of us are holding on to so tightly because there are significance. Sometimes it can be a little bit challenging. So the cacao's here to soften our hearts so we can release these beautiful stories. You know, consciousness is awareness. And as we expand, we see more and more of what's always been there, what's already always been there. And I want to share with you a little example that is just so, so beautiful in terms of consciousness and this journey of consciousness that we are on. I'm going to take a paper and I'm going to roll this paper into a really tiny, tight little tube. And I'm going to roll it even tighter. And I'm going to look at you through this tube. And through this tube, I see myself. That's all I see. And so all I see is myself. And so all I care about is myself. And I expand this paper just a tiny bit more. And now, oh my goodness, I see Lydia. Lydia's right next to me. And I see that I'm actually not alone, that Lydia is here with me. In fact, Lydia has always been here with me. But isn't that interesting how I didn't see that just moments ago? I was on my own. And so now I open even more this circle. I allow it to expand even more. And now I see Julia. Beautiful Julia is here. I see myself, Lydia, and Julia, all of us here together. And I see that we are on Zoom and we are having a beautiful discussion and conversation we can be having together here. And then I open even more and I see so many more of us. And I see that we're now in a group, that there's a community that I'm here with. And isn't that interesting that that's always been here as well? But I only saw it as I opened and expanded my perspective. And suddenly I expand it fully and I see not only all of you, but I see my apartment. I see my house. I see that I'm in Toronto. I see that it's sunny outside. I see everything else that has always been here, but I just wasn't aware of it at the moment. Isn't that a beautiful analogy? That is what these medicines are helping us to journey through. We came to Earth School agreeing to forget that, to forget the fullness of ourselves. And we are experiencing this journey of going through the layers of consciousness. And so I love that because it reminds me to be humble. Because sometimes on this journey, we think we know it all. Right? It's like, woo, I am now awake. And I'm going to tell you what you need to be doing, right? But there's so many more layers ahead of my journey and all of our journeys. And so Mama Cacao has sent this beautiful, many messages. And as she is probably sending to many of you as you are on this beautiful journey, one of her most beautiful messages that she sent to me was, whenever I have an opinion on something, to always share, this is my opinion. This is my opinion right now. And I am open to this opinion changing based on new information coming from the higher frequencies, not the lower frequencies. That's the rabbit hole. That's the fear and the shame and the control. The higher frequencies, I invite the higher frequencies to show me new perspectives. And based on that, I will then be open to changing my opinion, right? That's how we expand in frequency. We have to be open. We're open and we have to let go of old stories, old stories. And so just over a year ago, my loves, I was introduced to a woman's work. Her name is Sarah McCrum. She wrote this book called Love Money, Money Loves You. She channels the loving energy of money. In fact, I would like to correct myself. She didn't write this book. Every single message in this book is a channeling from the loving energy of money. Money speaks through her, just like it can through every single one of us. And she had an experience where money came in a significant way. That entire thick book, all these messages came through her. And money is showing us right now how wildly misunderstood she is in our world, in Earth School. This is why there is so much fear and shame and guilt, and why when so many people think of money, the reason why there is so much greed and corruption in this world is not because of money. It's because of the belief that money is limited, that there isn't enough for everyone. And I want to read this for you. I have this in here. I want to read to you a short little paragraph of the channelings of money. This is money speaking. The current level of suffering on earth in relation to money is entirely based on misunderstanding. And the time has come to reveal to you more about how your world works so that you can put an end to this suffering and start to enjoy money as much as you enjoy sex. Another form of beautiful exchange. Look at Annie. Yes, you do not need to be limited, and you should not give yourself limits. The exchange of money represents the movement of service around the world. The more service that is being moved around the world, the higher level of society you are becoming. I'm going to read that one more time. The exchange of money represents the movement of service around the world. The more service that is being moved around the world, the more we serve, the higher the level of society we are becoming. If everyone on earth was making and spending millions every year, there would be a much higher level of activity in the world and a much higher level of sharing. I want you to feel that in your body. Yes. A new generation of wealthy people is beginning to emerge. I know you're seeing it. I'm seeing it everywhere. People who are willing to share their experience of making money through service. And this is going to change the whole system that's collapsing. Unlike the past 1% of people who are holding tight to that knowledge. Oh, we can't tell people how easy it is for us to get this money. We can't tell them because it's limited. No, this new generation are experiencing and doing so, sharing openly how this is happening through collaborations, community, because we can't do it alone. As we expand, we're realizing the more we come together, the more we create magic. And for the first time in my life, my loves, I felt money as love when I heard this from Sarah McCrum. I understood money as a frequency of love. I used to understand money as energy. It's just an energy that we move. Now I understand it as a frequency of love. Can you feel the difference? I had just spent 4 years speaking every day to my beloved cacao spirit, every day, every morning, every night, speaking to this beloved spirit talking to her, asking for support, asking for guidance, asking to be an open channel, to have more of her work come through me and to support others. And now I realized I can do the same with this beautiful, loving frequency of money. And you can do the same too. You can start speaking to cacao plant medicine, to this beautiful, loving frequency of money. I started to speak a year ago to money. I started to ask her for clarity, for guidance. I started to ask her, how does she like to play? Can she show me how she likes to play? Because that's what she wants us to do, is to play and not to get all serious. She wants us to understand how easy it can be. She wants us to ask her for the courage. Ask and you shall receive. She's waiting for us to speak to her. Imagine having this beautiful relationship with her. Can you feel it? I felt it in my bones. And I feel it right now in my bones. And I know you do too. This magical synergy between cacao and money. Cacao was once used as a frequency for money. Can you believe that? And in fact, there is also a magical weaving with Mary Magdalene and Goddess Isis as well, which I would just like to take a quick moment to sprinkle into this beautiful conversation, because I know so many of you are so connected to this frequency and resurrection within us, this remembering of Mary Magdalene, this awakening of Mary Magdalene within us, and this beautiful goddess Isis that I have right back here. Can you see her? The Egyptian goddess Isis. Both Mary Magdalene and goddess Isis were known for resurrecting their beloveds. In fact, the story of Mary Magdalene has now been recovered. Her writings were ordered to be destroyed when they were putting together the Bible. Isn't that interesting? They were ordered to be destroyed, but there were some beautiful renegade monks who said, no, we have to preserve this truth. And they hid her scripture, her stories deep in caves in Egypt. And 3 copies of her scripture, her stories, have been recovered in Egypt. What's inside those beautiful stories? Inside her scripture? Well, that's for another frequency playground, my loves. That's a whole other frequency playground. And let us know in the group if you would like for that to be a whole new frequency playground that we can talk about, because that would be so, so beautiful. And I'm sure many of us will be co-hosting that conversation, not just one of us. Yes, the Egyptian goddess Isis, she had a beloved. Just going to finish up this story before we get back to cacao. Goddess Isis had a beloved who was murdered, Osiris, and she remembered his body and brought him back to life. And now I have a question for you about Mary Magdalene. Did Mary Magdalene happen to be there when Jesus was resurrected? Or was Jesus resurrected because Mary Magdalene was there? We are so much more powerful than we believe that we are. And we are now accelerating this remembering, my loves, within each and every one of us. There are tools available to all of us to support us in this remembering, bringing our own parts together, our lost parts of ourselves. My loves, cacao, look at this seed. Cacao is a seed of remembering. This is what the cacao looks like, this pod. And these are the seeds within the pod. Cacao is a seed of remembering. And in order to remember, we need to let go of the old beliefs. Cacao is a seed of rebirthing within us. We drink the cacao. These seeds are planted within us. And we germinate these seeds as we water them. We speak to her. We ask for the guidance, for that divinity, that open channel, the remembering of the divinity. Just like the rolled paper. She helps us to expand the rolled paper so that we can see more and more what's always been here. 2 years ago, I started a sacred monthly ritual with money and with cacao. The first Monday of every single month, I started this ritual, and it's called the Money Loves Me tracking sheet. And I want to share that with you today. It has been a game changer for me. I'm going to share you the month, how we track our months. And then I started to track weeks. And now I actually keep this open. And every single day, I add every day as income comes to me, I add it in there so I can bless it, be aware of it, and have this energy around it. And so I would like to share with you my screen right now, this beautiful, beautiful Money Loves You tracking sheet. So give me a quick second to open up this beautiful document here as I take you through that. 1 second, I just have to find my little Zoom so I can share my screen. Here we go. Look at all these beautiful comments too. Oh, I love you all. So much love, so much love. Okay, here we are, my loves. This is the Money Loves You tracking sheet. Money Loves Me tracking sheet. And what we do in here first is we need to be clear on our vision, our prophecy. I call it a prophecy instead of calling it a goal or an intention, because a prophecy is an inspired declaration from a prophet or a prophetess, right? Which is who we are. What has always been here is our divinity. We're just remembering it. And so, of course, we can use our magic wands and we can prophesize. Annie is the most beautiful at all of this, helping us to remember this truth within us. And so here we have this beautiful document. And in here you would write all of your prophecies, your vision for your life, your prophecies for your whole life. And in this section here, you would write your Q2. Q2 means the second quarter. We are in the second quarter of the year. So what are your second quarter prophecies that you will write in here? You can add lines. You might have several. And then over here, my loves, you can have an affirmation. I love to have an affirmation. I embody, not I align to or I attract, but I embody the frequency of abundance. And finally, look at this. This is a little chart. Here is where you will write in any products that you may sell. For example, I have ceremonial cacao. So I would write ceremonial cacao paste, ceremonial cacao powder. What are your products if you have any? Services. For me, I teach others to become cacao facilitators, ceremonialists. That would be one service. Maybe you do one-on-one coaching. Maybe there's some other service you offer. You would write all your services in here. I also have ceremonies that I host. So all of your services you write in there. Then you might have affiliate commissions. Maybe you're an affiliate. We are on this beautiful journey of supporting one another. I have an affiliate program for my cacao. You might have Healy here. Many of us are in this gorgeous Healy community. And of course, we want nothing more than for everyone to have one of these frequency devices in their hands, in their home. And so you might have Healy written here. What are some other things that you have written here? And then you're going to fill out January, February, March numbers. And then you're going to have your number. This is just an example here, ladies. See this number here? And by the way, everyone's going to receive this tracking sheet. It's going to go with you. By the end of today, you're going to have this beautiful tracking sheet. And so look at this. What I do, my loves, every single beginning of the month, the first Sunday of every month, I pull out this document and I write down all my numbers for the last month. So March. So what you can do is fill out your March. Tonight or tomorrow morning, fill out your March, put your products in here, your services, every way that you attract income. And then you're going to put your numbers in here. And then you're going to have a total. Write down here your total numbers. And what are you going to do? You're going to celebrate that. It doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter if it's not what you expect. If you are hoping for a bigger number, you're going to celebrate, because whatever is beautiful. And whatever we celebrate, whatever we focus on grows. Whatever we are grateful for grows. So you're going to celebrate that number. And then we're going to go to April. April is ahead of us. And now you're going to prophesize, my loves. You're going to put numbers in here. And you're going to start to prophesize this product here. The beginning of the month is perfect to do this, because at the beginning of the month, we are looking into this quantum and we believe that everything is possible, right? Everything is possible. Even though in this beautiful journey we have all experienced in this beautiful community, Healy community. We have all experienced miracles at the end of the month as well. But in the beginning of the month, we are all so in this beautiful state of expansion that anything's possible. So fill your numbers in here, put an amount at the very bottom. And then when we have that number at the very bottom of your tracking sheet, this is where you can drink your cacao and you can call in this number to embody this amount and release this into the quantum. And then, my friends, I have more, even more than just this tracking sheet. Now I want to share with you how we're going to take this frequency, this number, this prophecy of yours, and access it from the quantum. And I'm going to do that by sharing with you something so incredible. Let me just make sure that I can see you here again. I think I've stopped sharing. Is that right? You're back to me. Perfect. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so before I share with you how we're going to take your prophecies, your number and your other prophecies, and reach into the quantum and align with that frequency, before I tell you specifically how we're going to do that, I must first introduce you to something so beautiful. Allow me to introduce to you my beautiful little Healy frequency device. I know that many of you have seen this already. The spiritual community is so, so excited. It is rocking the spiritual community because of the incredible magnificence, the medicine, the beautiful journey that this frequency medicine is taking us on. This is a little frequency device. In fact, I call this my little prince. And you will too, once you experience the magic of this frequency device. This is Healy. This is not AI technology. In fact, this is not new science. Healy uses microcurrent technology. Can you see my wrists? Through wristbands or through the quantum sensor. It converts into magnetic energy. This device can scan your aura, your frequency, and see where you are out of alignment or resonance with a specific frequency. And it can send to us those whole frequencies to bring us back into wholeness. This Healy has a quantum sensor. And the quantum field, my loves, is the fifth dimension. It's where all possibilities exist. And it's where we become the observer and the creator all at once. And I love how Lydia explained last week. Lydia, give us a little wave. My beautiful sister, Lydia, on the call. Lydia was hosting last week's Frequency Playground. As Annie mentioned, every week we are here speaking about a new topic, sharing in this beautiful collective space. And Lydia was speaking last week about frequency and personal growth, spiritual growth, expansion. And she mentioned one of the quantum physicists, Nunu Nina, who created some of the frequencies within the Healy device. And she shared an analogy that was so beautiful that Nunu Nina, the quantum physicist, has shared with us, which is, how does this actually work? How does this quantum device access the quantum and then bring us into how does this even work? And Nunu Nina explained this so beautifully. He used the analogy that, imagine our bodies like an aquarium. And it sort of is, because we are over 70% water. And imagine we have little fish in the aquarium, which are our organs and our body parts, all of what makes us human. And so how do we know if something in this aquarium, if one of these little fishies are sick? It's possible we don't know, but we can access, we can scan through the quantum. This technology has always been here, but it has been suppressed. So many beautiful conscious leaders, Nikola Tesla, Albert Einstein, have been talking about frequency for so many years, and it's been suppressed. But now consciousness is finally ready for this first wearable frequency device. And I want to read, before we get back to this beautiful spreadsheet, I want to read one of my favorite quotes by Nikola Tesla. The day science begins to study non-physical phenomenon, which is energy, frequency, vibration, it will make more progress in 1 decade than it will in all the previous centuries of its existence. Do you know what excites me the most, my loves, is what's about to happen in the next 10 years. Can you imagine getting frequency into the hands of as many people as possible, not having to go to a clinic, which is where we were at just 3 years ago before this device. You had to go to a clinic to be hooked up, to have microcurrents. Now you can have it in your own home. And we know what's happening in this world right now. We know that time has come right now. All these systems are falling apart right in front of us, aren't they? There is so much corruption and greed from those who are only currently, not forever, currently managing certain systems. All of those systems are falling because not all of us are leading from a place of greed and love. Many of us are using these sacred tools to support us in expanding in frequency. And I believe, my loves, that 10 years from now, this world will be a completely different, beautiful, and radical trajectory, unlike the one that we see today. What we are going to see in 10 years, we are not even capable, I truly believe that, in our current state of consciousness, to understand the magnificence of what is coming in 10 years. 10 years, because we are now accessing the quantum. We know how to play with the quantum. These global systems are falling. And how can we feel safe and protected when all of this is happening? It's all happening. It's prophecy, isn't it? That these systems are all falling. These new systems are going to be established. They're already being established at a grassroots level. And this time, it's all happening. And all these new systems are going to be for the greater good of all, not just certain people. And now let's get back to this beautiful tracking sheet, my loves, as we complete this ritual to access this quantum frequency. This device allows us to either select through an app on your phone. Where's my little phone? Select through an app on your phone a frequency. You can either select a specific frequency and send it to your device, and then it sends that frequency in the quantum to you. Or you can scan. You can scan yourself, like we just talked about, that beautiful example of the aquarium. And I'm going to show you an example of what I have done, and then we're going to get back to that tracking sheet in a minute. Yesterday, when I was thinking about this beautiful call, all of us together, I created a prophecy, an intention for every single one of us on the call. Literally a prophecy, a sacred intention. And here is the prophecy right here. I would like to read this to you. Everyone attending this live or watching the recording of the Sacred Cacao and Money Loves You ritual will experience a profound expansion in awareness of the medicine of cacao, of the loving energy and frequency of money, and of the radical and magnificent possibilities to transform reality, through the quantum field, through the Healy frequency device. May our eyes and our hearts be open to the signs that are all around us, guiding us with ease, flow, and abundance through our days. And then may the Healy device be drawn into the hands and hearts of those who are ready for a radical shift in consciousness, including those in Mexico. And he talked about a beautiful launch that's happening right now. So I want to send love to all of our beautiful brothers and sisters and all of our soul family out in Mexico as we celebrate this extraordinary launch there. And so I have put this into my Healy app. I have scanned this onto my Healy, and it is now sending that resonant, that wholeness of frequency, that I am statement to every single person on this call and every single person on the recording. Isn't that incredible? And so what you can do with that tracking sheet is, once you have your numbers at the bottom, your number for the month, you can add that into your Healy, into the Blue app as an I am statement. That and everything else that's part of your prophecy into the statement as it's already happening. And then you send to yourself those beautiful frequencies as often as you wish. My loves, I want to share two more things. I realize we're running out of time. I am so excited because I want to share this beautiful recording with so many others who are going to be coming, who are already waiting and calling for something like this to come into their lives. Another way I use this beautiful Healy device is I am still holding on to a story about some physical manifestation that has happened in my body. And that story is my thyroid. So I am still holding on to this story, but working on releasing this story. And maybe some of you can understand and relate. I have put into this frequency device the following intention. I am living each day in full self-expression, and my beautiful thyroid is thriving. She is so happy and so full of life and energy. I wonder if any of you have any kind of physical stories that you're still hanging on to. And we're all going through this journey of evolution, right? We all know that it's just a story. And yet we're going through these tools, these sacred tools to support us, to let it go. And we let it go through layers. Now, isn't this all fascinating? Isn't it all just so beautiful and fascinating? This, my loves, is what this frequency playground is all about. This is what happens every single week. We come together, we share. I told you just yesterday, someone shared this beautiful, beautiful gift and abundance prayer, which we're now going to share with everyone here. It just keeps passing on so that we all remain in the same alignment, the same frequency. We're all riding this beautiful wave, this quantum wave together. The Healy community has been a godsend for me. It feeds my heart. Feel if your heart is being fed right now. Every day, my heart is being fed by this beautiful community. I used to be the lone wolf. How many of you can relate with that paradigm of the lone wolf? Lydia's saying yes. No more. We are expanding. We are remembering our unity, our oneness consciousness. It's time to come together, to work together, to support one another, to literally ride this quantum wave together. No one gets left behind. We are stronger together. And I want to invite you into this gorgeous community, my loves. I want to invite you here, and I want you to watch how your expansion into love and consciousness will evolve faster than you can even imagine, than you are even capable in this moment of understanding. And so to close, my loves, I want to ask you three quick questions. Number one, are you being called to cacao to journey deeper with this beautiful sacred medicine? Oh, I love this. Julia has a cacao pod with her. Yes, yes, yes. And if you're new to cacao, I'm going to send in the recording a beautiful 5-day recording journey that you can follow. We can drink cacao together. Beautiful journey. Now, if you're being called to connect deeply with the loving energy of money, are you being called to continue and to work with her and to communicate with her, to commune with this beautiful frequency of love? Then I would normally tell you to read a book or take a course, but instead I'm going to tell you to join this beautiful community, because this is what we are. We are connecting and communing with this incredible frequency of love and this incredible frequency of money, which is love. And finally, do you want to learn more about Healy, about this beautiful, beautiful frequency device? Are you intrigued? Can you see how this device can support you, your family, your community? Then again, I want to invite you to join this community by first going back to the person who invited you to this call. Go and talk to them. They're going to help you to get started. This is a beautiful community. We are all working together, and we want you to be part of this with us. I am so, so grateful for everyone's presence today. I wish we had more time, but that's why we do this every week, so that every week we can have a beautiful, new, enlightening, expansive conversation through this frequency playground. So make sure you join us for every single one. I want to thank Pachamama for being with us here today. Once again, we want to take better care of you. We want to be more present to you. Thank you, loving energy of money, for being with us here today. And thank you, Mama Cacao, for being with us here today and opening up our hearts. We look forward to calling on all of you again soon. And my loves, one final thing, someone's going to win a prize. Some beautiful cacao, which is one thing I quickly forgot to mention before we do the prize. My loves, I also use the Healy, this beautiful device. I have ceremonial cacao that I bring in from Ecuador and from Peru. And every single batch now that comes in, every single batch has a number, because of course, when we sell, we have to have a number assigned to it for legality reasons, in case we need to track the batch. Every batch now goes into my phone, into my Healy, into this beautiful app. And I want you to read, anyone who purchases this beautiful and drinks from this beautiful cacao, anyone drinking, this is the prophecy and the frequency, anyone drinking from this cacao will experience a deep and profound understanding and awareness of Mama Cacao's medicine for them in their journey of awakening and serving humanity. Their heart will soften and they will release with ease their stories, their beliefs, their paradigms, and their conditions that no longer serve them. And they will remember more and more each day the truth and their divinity. This frequency being sent to all of these beautiful batches. And so, my loves, one final question for this prize, the 2 bags of cacao. Please write in the chat how you're feeling right now. Write in the chat how you're feeling right now. What is on your heart? What is on your beautiful heart? What a beautiful question. We're so quick to answer what's in our head, but what is on your heart right now? Share with us in the chat, and we are going to pick one of you beautiful souls, and you're going to have 2 of these beautiful bags delivered to your home, regardless of where you are on this beautiful planet Earth. And so I want to thank you once again, my loves. I'm going to hand it over to Annie, because I think we might have questions. Maybe there's some people in the group who have asked some questions. I realize we're out of time. If any of you wish to stay, I want to answer your questions if you wish to stay. And we want to give you this prize in a moment too. So come and weave magic with all of us in this beautiful community, my loves. I love you, and may we all be happy, healthy, and free.
Judy, oh my God, thank you. So amazing. I mean, it's just like I'm watching all of this coming in, and it's just like everyone's heart is open. Everyone feels so grateful. And I mean, it's not just the cacao. The cacao is, but I love the way that you use cacao to come through you to experience. Oh, Mama's here. Experience, like, just to experience cacao through you is very, very special. I've done cacao. I've had other people like talk to me about cacao and be in cacao ceremony and service. And I don't know, the way that you share her is just, I just feel like you, like your, her IG, put your IG in here. I think it's like Goddess Cacao something. And I mean, you truly are a goddess of this plant medicine. And it's just so lovely to watch you. I always write down some like key points or just things like, I call them heart hits that just hit my heart as we do this. And I just quick little sound bites, but vision prophecy, speak to money, layers of cacao, earth school, falling in love with the pause, nobody gets left behind, master plant medicine, renegade monks. I mean, this is all fire. I mean, all the things, just fire. And I feel like crying because it's just so opening to see all of you come here and get these transmissions from all of these beautiful people. This is our Healy team. this is our healing world. This is what our community is about and what we can offer in our gentle, open-hearted space. And I'm just floored. I'm floored. It's just so beautiful. So thank you so much, Judy, for what you offered. I mean, I'm gonna I'll save the chat so you can read all of these beautiful comments. But yeah, I think like whoever, how did we want to do the
Oh,
giveaway? We were just going to grab someone's everyone's oh my gosh, I'm just looking at all of them. Judy,
this
do
is
you
the
want to just
hardest part, right? Because look at these beautiful comments. I mean,
I know.
wow, I just have so much. And I have gifts for everybody because part of that beautiful journey that I'm going to send you, the 5-day journey, is going to have be a beautiful recording, a beautiful ceremony recording. So everyone's going to receive a gift as well. Although one of you is going to receive this cacao. Um, let's see.
You just choose. I can't.
Maybe Amanda. Oh my goodness, because I know, and I don't want to keep everybody. I've been drinking cacao almost daily for a few years now, but the way you invited us to talk, yes, thank you, Amanda. That is what I believe is the secret. That is the key to opening up the magic carpet ride. I've been drinking cacao almost daily, she says, for a few years now, but the way you invite us to talk to Mama Cacao was new to me. I will do this every day now. If that is one thing from this beautiful call, speak to her, make her one of your beloveds. She's waiting for you.
Mhm. Okay, so Amanda Gates, if you could just get with us. Judy, did you put your IG here? Oh, you did.
Yes, it's there.
Okay.
Amanda, yes, if you could send me on Instagram, that would be great. Message me on Instagram with your mailing address.
Yes, yay. And we will, that's amazing, Amanda. Yay. So you get some of Judy's goodness there. And yeah, okay, let's see. That's
Yes.
okay,
Oh,
lovely, so good. And yes, there will be replays. And I mean, we have some really amazing um, frequency playgrounds coming up. I know we have one on homeschooling coming up, and I am going to finally jump in and do a frequency playground as well. And the first one I'm doing is called Stay Close to the Fire. And it is we're going to do some candle magic. So it's going to be really, really, really fun. So I hope you guys come to that. And we have a homeschooling one coming up, I believe, next week. We have storytelling coming up. We have a crystal one coming up with one of our gentlemen that's in our community, which is going to be super fire. We're going to have one on essential oils, on flowers. I mean, literally the list goes on and on and on. So stay tuned every single Tuesday. They're normally at 10 o'clock a.m. But today we wanted to support some other sisters doing another event at our time today. So we moved ours a little bit later because that's how we do in this community. There was another fantastic event today at 10 o'clock called Let the Frequency Be With You. And if you haven't watched that, go and get that. Aisha and Kelly Mason just did the most beautiful thing. So if you haven't watched that, watch that as well. Anyway, we love you guys so much. Did you have fun? Unmute yourself and let's just hear voices.
mm.
Giving
Thank you.
gratitude to Judy.
Thank
Oh,
you,
my,
Judy.
Yeah,
thank
thank you so much, Judy.
thank you, my beautiful loves.
Mm.
Thank you. I love you all so much. Wow.
Thank
This,
you
You,
so
Judy,
much.
that was such fire. Thank you so much.
Mhm, mhm.
thank you, my
Thank
darling.
you.
You're so
Feeling
welcome.
blessed. Thank you.
Yeah. Till next
Thank
week,
you so much.
everybody. See you again. Come back. Share the
Bye, love.
yeah.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Okay.
Now you try to hit record too. No.
Is it?
No.
I'm now showing a recording button on my side with a pause and a stop button. So it would
I'm gonna
seem
stop mine. You keep yours going.